hello viewers, it's Cotton Scholar and this video is about the 4th and the 5th seasons of Craig of the Creek. If you haven't seen my video on the first 3 seasons, I'll briefly explain here that in 2023 I already had a video on the first 4 seasons. But now when we make a 6th season I decided to do a re-upload with the addition of comments on the 5th season too. Watch my previous video to learn more about the first 3 seasons and to learn how did it happen that I make this re-upload. Prepare to my old microphone and my van level of English. But don't worry, me from the 2024 will be back to talk about the 5th season. You can consider the option of like, comment, subscription, joining my little Discord server or even supporting me financially, especially if you want me to make the videos more often.
Thank you!
The third season finale feels like the finale of the entire series. Many lines have come to a logical conclusion and the main antagonist is defeated. The only thing missing is an epilogue to complete the rest of the storylines. And moreover, the 4th season in many ways stands out from the previous series. The messed up order of the episodes becomes a problem. The 3rd episode obviously should be first.
I wish the creek just had a little order.
The time of year has ceased to change logically. I even feel that the problems with logic became more serious.
And she's a real stickler about her science.
Xavier's regime has fallen and the season has its own brand new plot. The main characters collect some cubes to find the so-called heart of the forest. And it looks like a very banal way to continue the series after the finale. Why did they give up trying to talk to Kenneth after In Search of Flo?
Guess we'll never be able to talk to Kenneth.
Despite they met David later. However, some themes of the season are interesting. Craig's worries about losing friends, stories of Mark and Bernard, of the features of the season that can be considered neutral. I will name abundance of art house or creepy episodes, and of breaking of the 4th wall. Plus, several new couples are cute.
I like you.
I like you, George.
I like that Xavier's champions appeared again. I assume that here the theme of anti-militarism continues. For example, look how we meet Jackie.
But that's... The arm! He's like the best thrower in the creek! Oh, hi.
Champions were the enemies of the main characters. And before we and Craig stop always seeing them in a uniform, they seem to not be fully perceived as individuals. Visual storytelling is cool. However, it's more complicated with Maya.
I guess we should be on her... Maya, what are you doing here?
Dude, you really gotta stop doing that when we run into each other.
In my opinion, he has reasons to react like this. Overcoming a split in society after a period of despotism can already be difficult. But Omar and Maya also have their own personal conflict.
We were enemies longer than we were friends.
They reconciled too easily. I am glad that in the season finale the cartoon took this question more seriously.
You know, because we were friends, but then we were enemies because Maya was working for King Xavier.
Hi, that's me from the 2024 again. The 5th season was just 10 episodes long, yet it managed to surprise me a lot. Usually a cartoon has some concept set at the beginning to which it sticks. But while watching the 5th season of Craig, you just never know what to expect from each new episode. Only when looking back at the season you can see the picture it draws. I recall watching the first season of Kid Cosmic and noticing a similar thing. Spoiler alert! We had an intrigue of who is the Red Poncho and the first episode deals with it. The second episode suddenly shows us what Xavier was up to during the 4th season. In the third and the fourth episodes, the kids fight Xavier over the pieces of the cube. By the way, are you telling me that over all those years after Kenneth, all the 26 pieces were preserved and not a single one got lost or something? Maya gets a spotlight in the fifth episode. The sixth episode reiterates Craig's worries from the previous season about losing friends. After which, in the seventh episode, Craig works on a team with Xavier to find the last piece and they befriend each other. However, in the eighth episode, Xavier's attempts to befriend the other kids fail, and by the end he betrays everybody. The last pair of episodes, the season finale, deals with Craig's worries and with a fallacy in them, as Craig was worried about Kelsey and JP moving on to brand new friends, while him himself making new friends was always obviously a positive thing. Relationships between Maya, Omar and Xavier also come to an intermediate conclusion. I like how much character development we got over these 10 episodes, 11 minutes each. By the way, they initially wanted 2 times more screen time for the same story. So, the joint arc of the 4th and the 5th seasons has concluded. And then we subverted my expectations once again by making a 6th season, which I suppose will bring us the 3rd Arrow series finale. Subscribe not to miss my review of it. I am supportive of the animation strike, and I hope that's okay if I make this review, as all of the Craig was made before the strike, if I understand it correctly. As I said earlier, you can consider the option of like, comment, joining my little Discord server, or even supporting me financially, especially if you want me to make videos more often. Thanks in advance. Goodbye, everyone.